Okay, everyone. Hello, it's me, Rillin. And as you might have noticed, the texture pack is back to the default, simply because if you look in the left-hand top corner, you'll see that I'm at week 12, 36A, or 12 week 36A. I'm on one of the snapshots. As such, as you can see, my frames per second is, well, not as good as I was hoping. Anyway, Uh, I've already recorded some footage earlier this week, but it was boring as hell. It was me building more on my Final Fantasy castle, and I'm going to edit that into the end of the video, sped up, with some OC remix music if I can, of Final Fantasy tracks and me talking. Maybe a little bit about Final Fantasy 12 and other stuff. Anyway, as you'll notice, I am on Gigantor Island. Gigantor Island currently is empty because this is Gigantor Island Creative, and you'll notice there is a portal, which I will not be going through. Suffice it to say, there is a nether fortress, I want to say about 50 blocks from where this portal is, that has a dual blaze spawner. The reason I'm not going through it is simply because I had to stop the recording, and that. And it would look bad. I'll show it off some other time. Uh, anyway, uh, I looked on the wiki, and they changed the way maps work. So let's take a look at the first map, shall we? This map is 2000 by 2000 instead of the traditional 1000. This is zoomed out as far as it goes. And I did have to redo all of this exploration because in the old episode I was using the older... Uh, I was using the release candidate, but... So this is around me, and there's pretty much just water in every direction except north. And north is that island, and if we continue north on that, you'll see a couple small islands. But if we go west, bam, gigantic fuck off amounts of island matter. I honestly think this is a really good seed for multiplayer servers because of if you're using the new features. So first off, let's get this map. Okay, this is something I built. Well, let's just go through it and then I'll show you some of how it works. So if we look at the map, we're right here right now, and we click this button. Oops. Then we hit the button, not break it like barbarians. Also, don't shift click your map into your inventory. This is why it took longer, because I had to redo a bunch of shit. Anyway, bam. You'll notice other than the game, going nuts. Then when you come out, we're in a mysterious wonderland of snow and ice. How is this possible, you may ask? Well, if we go back, well, if you looked at the way the text popped up when I pushed the button, you should know immediately how that worked. And it looks like loading, I think, is quicker than it used to be because it's not, well, it's hard to say because there's nothing but water around me, but let's take a look at, oh, and as you can see, we're back on the island. So let's take a look at how this is wired up. Ooh. Yeah, I don't plan on recording too much on the snapshots just because of that. And I am using the old lighting model. So basically this is a T flip-flop here. So when you push the button, it sends out power to this piston set and that piston set, which closes behind you. And this is just delayed, and there's a command block, which is set to teleport to that spot. Really simple wiring. Let's see if I can get out of here now. I tend to get lost where the direction is. Bam. Okay. And here's the second bit. I know I don't want to go to the nether. It's like, stick to what you say. So, first, let's hide this. And the lighting is weird. Well, as you can see, well, first of all, this actually uses some of the new features. These are not some special mod. These are just stairs. See? When you place a stair in a corner now, it bends around like this. And these are the new fences, brick fences, which make really cool pillars. Anyway, let's push this button and go on down. Okay, ignore that for now. I wanted to show how this is done. This is done with another T flip-flop, and there's a button there, and there's a button here, which you can see. Wow, it even might record it. Push it again. So what happens is there's power coming out of. There is a let's oops. Let's push the button. No, because if I do that, you won't be able to see it. There's a torch behind this block that powers this, which sends power to these wires, which turn this on and turn it off, depending on whether there's power going to it. And because this is delayed, what ends up happening, I think if I break these, you'll be able to see it easier. Okay. See, now it's on. And because this, and there is a, underneath this is another redstone torch. So what happens is, because this is delayed just enough, it retracts this block before it retracts this one. And because it's a redstone torch that activates this, this will not go up until this is out. So it doesn't matter that this one gets activated before this, because this won't go up unless it's in this block position. See here. Okay. And this is how it's set up normally. Like this. And you push this button because it's meant to hide this area. It's supposed to be somewhat secret. Okay. Let us... And I'm going to push this button again just because you have to come in here every time. So, you might be wondering, well, I can't jump out of here. There's no easy way to get out. This is what this button is for. When you hit this, you get out immediately. Okay. So, this is the other project I wanted to show off. Okay. Let's get out of the wheat farm so you can see it from the outside first. Okay. Now, let's see. I generally don't play with the fog turned on. So as you can see, it's really hard to see more than 5 feet away. But with fog turned off, there's no distance issues in underwater, which is nice. But this is the underground wheat farm. You can see a better outward design of it here. And it turns out that on the server video, when I place the pumpkins up one higher than I normally do, it's better, because for some reason, if this particular pumpkin, I don't think it matters to any of the others, but if this pumpkin isn't higher, this block right here, for whatever reason, has block light 8 instead of 9, which makes it forever to grow. So I suggest just moving all of the pumpkins in the corner and there up one, simply because this is also there and it'll end up looking better. So this is the finalized wheat design, and this is what I'm going to build on the actual Gigantor world. This is where I'm going to build my underwater city. And if you notice, there's pretty much very little sand. There's a little bit there and there, but on this one, those are not deserts. Those are beaches. And I'll remind you that this is a 2000 by 2000 block map, and I will show off one of the beaches in a bit. So this is basically how I have it set up. A spiraling down and like this. And there's an exit on each side. Ooh. Yeah, the frame rate does, like, chug when I'm doing this, but Short is too short. Normal kind of fucks it up. So here is where the wiring, where this tunnel would intersect with the wiring. So you just go out. And I think it's partially because the entity is about 77 here. Or what is the entity's at right now? 4,000. I don't actually know how that the entity counter quite works with in regards to wheat. But you go around and you keep going, and I have the wheat set up to here, but I also have this tunnel going down for another 2. And I can do it one more wraparound before I have to go inside again. And all of this is going to be replaced with glass because I'm going to make the underwater area go down to bedrock. I'm going to set it up in such a way that I'm going to set it up in such a way that the ocean is gigantic because this is going to be my Bioshock inspired area just because there's so much freaking ocean here. So let's slowly, stutteringly, okay, so push this button. And we're back already. Convenient, huh? Oh, I guess I should show how these work. Um, oops. Before I keep going on about how cool it is, I should show how it works. Okay, back here is just a command block, and then there's just a repeater like this. I think I did show this how this worked. Oh yeah, I showed it back there. Yeah, it's the same basic principle. So what should we see first? This one. Okay. We hit this button. We're teleported to this island, which has, I think it's really neat. It's fairly large if you look on the map. There is a tree around here somewhere. So we'll just push this to go back home. And we'll go to this one, which is on, I want to say this map. Nope, it's on this one. Okay. Island is smaller than my basic one, but it does have a tree on it. And it does have a rather large tree. This is why I said this would make for a really cool server. If you use the latest snapshots, you can use this to instantly teleport your people to various islands. I think having an island homes quickly accessible with the press of a button is kind of a neat idea. Okay, so, and all these buttons just return you home. Crescent Island, which is really neat, I think, which is on this one. If you look, it's the shape of a crescent. See, it's sort of moon-shaped almost. I actually like this quite a bit. Oh yeah, and I made this one nice and pretty for no reason. This is why it's been taking so long to make everything. Don't know why I clipped through there for a second. Okay. Here is the main thing I wanted to show off. Giant beach. Bam. And here we are. And this is the thing I've designed for the return home. I think it looks really good from above. I sort of wanted to combine the stairs and the sandstone and everything to make it nice. But this is the beach. And as you can see, this beach is bigger than some deserts in the game. This is what happens when you use large biomes. And there's actually 2 of them. There's one a little bit farther that way. So uh, this is, let's see, 2,000 some odd by negative 5,000. And the home teleport, the home island is at negative 415, 64, 859. So as you can see, it's about 2,000 blocks. It's a little over 2,000 blocks north, and it's a good almost 5,000 blocks west. So it is quite a distance to travel by on foot. And these maps do, by the way, take forever to what should I say? These maps take for freaking ever to fill in now. But yeah, as long as you get here or on this map, there is a couple areas that are small beaches if you need glass. But yeah, I think I'll actually put this as a world download just because of how cool everything is, and if you want to test out that stuff for yourself and explore, it's kind of neat. And you just hit the button, bam, and you're home. Okay, I know I said I wasn't gonna do this, but uh, I want to see how badly this lags out the game. Since it doesn't seem... I was just worried that it wasn't going to load in stuff really quickly, but since it seems to be loading the same... loading chunks just as well as it was before, I'm not too worried about it. So first of all, we're going up. And I want to say it's this way. Yeah, it's this way. The other way leads directly to the Nether Fortress, but I'm not entirely certain how to get there easily. So, just a quick hop and a skip. And if you look to the down there, you'll see that there's a Nether Fortress. And if we go above, one blaze spawner. And if I remember correctly, the other blaze spawner should be... I can even hear it. I just don't remember where the hell it is. I'm bad at finding stuff, as everyone can see. I know there's a double blaze spawner, though. I just do not, for the life of me, remember where it is. Let's go inside, because I think that was the easier way to find it. Yeah. Inside. At least I think inside would be easier to find it. No, I don't think I went in that way. I'm really bad at, like, navigating this stuff, but I know it's a double blaze spawner, and I did find it this way, so let's go this way first, because I think this is easier to find. There are 3 blaze spawners in this area, and just 2 of them are not close together, although if they are, that would be fucking amazing. This would be one hell of an awesome seed if that was the case. I want to say that the blaze spawners are easiest to see from here. But I have been wrong before. Oh, there's a blaze spawner. That's right. There's a blaze spawner there. And if I remember correctly... here? Yeah, okay. So, the 2 blaze spawners are... Is that the same blaze spawner? Yeah, okay. I'm just really bad at remembering where the hell stuff is. The 2 blaze spawners are... so this is actually a really good world if you want, like, experience and, like, digging around and stuff. And it does have some of these. So, the 2 blaze spawners are well within 18 blocks of each other. And you would just stand here and have the blazes... You could probably have the blazes actually be within 18 blocks of that one, even a decent distance down. And you would just place blocks around... blocks around this way. And you could use wires, and, like a wire this way, and have the piston underneath it, and wire everything up that way if you wanted. It's really cheap to make blaze spawners now. I suggest watching LJ275's video on Nether farms, as that was quite interesting. But, oops. See, this is why I didn't want to go to the Nether. What is my memory at? Okay, it's not going to crash. It's not going to crash anyway, whether or not it'll do anything else. Damn, I'm at 20 minutes. This is going to be a long episode, guys. So, I will leave you guys here. And I'll show off what I've done in my actual Gigantor island at some other points. But I have to say that the underground in this is honestly freaking amazing. Like the cave, It must be exclusive to gigantic to large biomes, or it might be a feature of caves under the water. But since there's so much water, the cave system down here is freaking enormous, just ridiculously huge. So this is me, Rillin. Not quite signing off. I'll be back to see you in a second. I just have to record it. Yes. So this is Rillin saying, see you for the building and construction part of this episode. Okay, everyone. As you can see, this is the building half of this. I've already recorded footage for. I already recorded audio commentary once, but turns out when you play stuff in virtual dub, it doesn't play in real time. That was wonderful to find out. So the audio commentary would have been completely out of sync with the video. Who knew? It was a dumb thing to do anyway, since I knew that the video was completely edited the way I wanted it to, so I could have just encoded it anyway. And it's in between the time that I recorded this morning, and now I got somewhat of a cold, so yay me. Anyway, what was I gonna... Oh, yes. So, mostly I just want to talk about stuff, future video episodes, and what else? That's about it, honestly. I probably am gonna just talk about what I, say the few things I want to say, and then just cut the commentary so you can listen to this really good music by Kevin MacLeod, I believe. Yeah, I went with Kevin MacLeod, just copyright issues. Not that I think that I'll ever make money on these videos, but in the off chance that I do, I don't want to have to deal with that kind of stuff. So, anyway, future episodes. Let's start with the server, I think. My friend is planning on hosting, my friend is planning on hosting the server on his VPN that his clan uses for Eve, maybe? I'm not entirely certain which game they play online. Can you have individual servers for Eve? I honestly don't know. But as soon as the server gets up and running full time, I will be building a project on there that I've picked out. It's a Millennium Tower from the Yakuza series, or Ryuga no Gotoku for all those Japanese speakers out there, none of you. But yeah, I'm going to be building... Sorry, I keep sniffing. Sorry. I'm going to be building a Millennium Tower on the server. Full size as much as I can get it, so it's going to be like super extra giant mega big. And it's going to be the one from 4, so expect the underground to be modeled as well. And recently, like, as I was recording this video, my friend actually called me, and I kept recording video. So there might be little bits where I'm like balancing the phone on the side of my head while I'm recording. Right after that, I went over to his house, and I digged around on the server quite a bit. I built more of the pumpkin. I said this last time too that I commented for roles. You'd think I'd remember that it's a wheat farm, but it's because I use pumpkins in it that it just pops in my head. It's a pumpkin farm, clearly. No, it's a wheat farm. And I built a couple more layers down. We have an enchantment table now. We still don't have any plots set out, honestly, at the moment. But that will be in the future. So expect lots of stuff on like that. Server videos in the future. All legit. I'm not going to do any creative mode building. Hopefully 1.4 comes out soon so that I can implement the command block teleportation system on the server, just because it's much faster and much more faster and accurate than using the Nether tunnel shit, which I think is, well, not terrible. It's slow, and traveling through the Nether and making Nether tunnels is a pain in the ass. And I just like the teleportation system better, honestly. So that's the plans for the server. And next, plans for construction and adventure. I'm holding off on race for the end for a little bit. So, construction and adventure. This is episode 12 that you guys saw. I do plan on building falling water at some point. I don't know if I will still be doing that legit or not. I probably will. I just need to find a better spot to build it. So falling water will be built. This right here, I was originally, when I was building the staircases that go up to one of the exits, not the main big staircases, but those little ones, like in the background, to the left, right there. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, right there. I didn't figure out the scale when I was building this. I built the stairs leading up first, and I didn't think about scale at that point. So it's slightly out of scale there. There's not much I can do about it, and I was thinking to expand the staircases down, but that would require much more effort than I'm willing to put in to rebuilding it. I mean, I could go and MC edit and like pull them apart a little bit, but that would require too much effort, he said. So what else for my construction and adventure? I will be showing off my actual Gigantor Island cave system at a future point as well. I might go caving in there. I don't know. There's a mine shaft under there. There's giant, just like if you've seen Good's 404, Good's new 404 challenge, you get an idea of how big the cave system is. And I'm thinking it's partially because it's underwater, but they're just gigantically, ridiculously huge. It's awesome and daunting and easy as shit to get lost. So I'm going to be doing that in the future. Oh, I might set up Enderman Farm on my normal world at some point. I'm not entirely certain, just because it's hard to juggle between worlds, so I might switch over to Gigantor full-time, just because I haven't killed the Ender Dragon there. I haven't found the end, so it might be interesting to watch that. As for Race for the End, excuse me, just a second. As for Race to the End, I'm probably not going to build an Enderman mob farm on that, just because of how much, it's not effort, but it's effort to time, efficiency, put in. Oh man, I'm burping so much, I don't know what the hell's going on. No, I'm going to probably just use sugar to make speed potions, and just go around my swamp island and just kill the shit out of 12 Endermen at least, and then try to find the end. So that series will probably be coming to a close within 2 or 3 episodes, I think. One montage of me getting enough Ender Eyes, one montage of me finding the end fortress, and probably one video of me killing the Ender Dragon. Maybe I'll bring some snowballs or something with me, I'm not entirely certain. So maybe like 7 episodes total of that. I'm not certain. We'll wing it. I mean, Race for the End was a slow series, going to be a short series anyway. So there's that. As for adventure maps, I haven't really decided if I'm going to do an adventure map in the future or not. As much as I liked Cube Inc., I don't know, something is... it's interesting that the mobs, it was so frustrating without and having to worry about getting the shit killed out of me by mobs or something stupid like that. So, we'll see how that ends up working. I might do, a map. It's not going to be a Vex's map, and not just because it's hard. Not because it's hard. Well, Vex's maps are hard. It's because everyone does Vex's maps. There's like a billion freaking YouTube videos, and I always found that I'm a little strange. It's because I, started watching LPs on the essay forums, and they have a rule that you can't LP a game until 3 months after it comes out, and I feel that's fully justified just because 3 months is enough time for people to get a good idea of how it plays, and it's not like, oh, I'm getting the first. It also lets the person not do a blind LP, which are generally frowned upon, just because blind LPs are really boring to watch. If someone gets stuck for just, oh, I had to do a blind LP because I got stuck in this one section for, like 4 fucking hours, and I had to do a montage of it. So unless you're especially funny, blind LPs are generally poor. But back to the main point, yeah. So I tend not to want to do games that are super popular. Oh, I guess I should mention Chex Quest. I have footage recorded of that little first episode I uploaded and subsequently made private after we're doing it, because I started a race for the end right around that time, and I want time to finish that. But I will record the first episode sometime in the future, and I promise to try and get people to help me do commentary for that. Is that about it for today? I can't think of much else I want to say. Don't want to post commentary is already kind of shit generally, unless you're talking with other people. So, oh. I might do some Super Nintendo LP in the future at some point, or a DS one. Although the game would have to be something that would be good to video, because very few people want to, go to your WordPress blog to read images unless it's on a forum. And I have no idea what Minecraft's forums rules are on that. Not that it matters, because I'm not exactly terribly funny. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but I tend to overuse puns, curse a lot, and this doesn't exactly make for the best funny watching at times. Although some of the most viewed videos, interestingly enough, are the ones where I get super frustrated at the games. So I guess that garners lots of views. But that is about it, I think. I've covered all the topics I want to talk about. The only other thing I could talk about is my love for Final Fantasy, but honestly, that's not terribly interesting. So, this is Real and signing off early a bit. Enjoy the rest of the video. I hope that you didn't think that the commentary was too dull. And I hope you enjoyed this video and all of my others. And thank you to everyone who's watched me so far. Got me over 1,000 views. And have a nice day.